Welcome to Well Traveled Life. You're watching Jonathan and Jennifer, and we are in Airlie Beach, Australia.
Airlie Beach lies on the northeast coast of Australia. It's in Queensland, in the mainland of Australia, and it is the hub for the 74 mostly uninhabited Whitsunday Islands. The Whitsundays lie between the mainland and the Great Barrier Reef, so they are known for these magnificent rainforests, great hiking trails, and super white sand beaches. There's terrific diving around the Whitsundays, superb sailing, and lots of other water sports.
Airlie Beach has a small harbor at Boat Haven. For most ships, it will be a tender port. For our day there, we did not use the ship's lifeboats. We ended up using the local ferries, which got more passengers there much quicker. On your way into the harbor, you'll see the iconic Mandalay House Hotel and a host of wildlife ambassadors. Once on shore, you'll head down the pier and into the ferry terminal. There are some excursions from there if you're looking to go back out onto one of the islands or to Whitehaven Beach, or you can pass through the terminal and head into town. Signage is amazing and will get you exactly where you need to go. But essentially, you'll go through the cruise terminal and turn right, follow the pathways down, and you'll see an esplanade with lots of shops, hotels, restaurants, boutiques, cafes, everything you could look for. If you keep going past the Marina and towards Airlie Bay, in the town center, there is a great community market. These are such good opportunities to meet locals and get a real flavor of what the city is really like and about. I really appreciated the people I met at Airlie Beach. They were fun and interesting, eager to help us find our way, find their passion, and love their little paradise part of the world. While I'm at a market, I usually try and seek out a local artist who is creating something that I can take home as a souvenir. Those are my favorite kinds of memories because it's not just the item I'm bringing, but it's the person who has created it. And if I have a chance to get to talk to them and know them a little bit, their story is part of the souvenir.
You know, the mediocre artists are always talking their shit up, but the really good ones are hiding away thinking their shit is not good enough. You know? The only reason she got into public with her stuff is because I pushed her.
My first market 16 years ago, he pushed me to come here, and I had a little blue top and I put it under a tree up the top there and laid my little 6 paintings down and got my first commission that day here in Australia. So yeah, it went from there. But yeah, it was mainly during COVID. I just wanted to try something different instead of just doing the hair. I mean, I did the art, but I thought I'd make something more practical that people can buy and take with them and show off. So I always paint in oil generally, but when I started doing this style, a lot of it's acrylic mixed with oil in the background just to get that weird effect. And then all the creatures are done in oil. And I try to do mainly Australian. Eventually I want to wholesale it to sanctuaries so we can help protect the animals and that. So that's why there's a lot of weird endangered animals that some people might not recognise. I'm going to have like handfish and cassowaries, and everybody wants the kangaroo and the koala, but you know, I like to do the different stuff. So yeah, my mum's an artist and she obviously inspired me, and I grew up in an arty world. So most of the animals I do Australian, but there's a few weird ones. That's usually for my mum. She's got a thing with birds with weird beaks, like puffins and toucans. Obviously not native to Australia, but they are very cute. So she gets the originals of those. And the giraffe, which is one of my favourites. I love giraffes. But it's supposed to be like the mummy giraffe with the sulky teenager giraffe. So I thought she could relate. So that was for her. And yeah, for me, I kept the octopus because he's just so cute. And the shark and the turtle. So we live on a boat, so we had limited space. But they're sort of water related, or water signs. So
The octopus was my favorite too, and that one came home with me. Markets don't just let you meet the artists, they also introduce you to local life.
Carl, selling the Whitsunday News newspaper. My wife writes the paper. We lost our local paper 2.5 years ago to Mr. Murdoch. Decided to put everything online. So my wife decided to come home that day, and when I asked her what she wanted to do, she decided to write her own paper. So we're 2.5 years old. It comes out every Wednesday. She's at home working now, and I'm spruiking the paper down Airlie Beach on the market on a Saturday.
Just on the other side of the market is a really beautiful bay. It looks idyllic, but this probably isn't the place to swim during the stinger season. In the warmer months from October to May, Airlie Beach, because of its warm tropical waters, is prone to having lots of venomous jellyfish, including boxfish, which are potentially lethal. So you really need to wear a stinger suit or stay in very protected waters. You'll find lots of warnings about jellyfish and how to protect yourself, how to be cautious, and what to do in case you are stung. In fact, there are even stinger stations at the beaches to help you. Just on the other side of the marina, close to the port, is Boathouse Beach. And Boathouse Beach has a protected net area for swimmers. Still not a bad idea to wear a stinger suit, but I went swimming there and didn't have any problems at all. The Airlie Beach Lagoon is another great stinger-free swimming option, and it is on the opposite side of the market, a little bit further from the port, but still an easy walk. Walking through the marina, it was fun to just look at boats and check out the lifestyle, but even better than that, there was a plethora of marine wildlife all over the place. So even though I didn't get to go snorkeling or out to one of the islands like I had hoped to, I had an absolutely terrific time just checking out the guys right at the side of the water's edge. I could make some basic identifications, like this is obviously a little ray, but if you would comment below and tell me what the rest of these fish are, that would be super helpful. There is so much to do in and around Airlie Beach. We were here for far too short a period of time, and while there's lots to do in town and on the beaches around the harbor, I think this is one of those places that you probably want to get an excursion, whether it's through your ship or private from land, which there's plenty of, and get out onto the reef, get to the small islands of the Whitsundays, and really discover the marine wildlife that is so impressive here. So pack your stinger suit, grab a big bottle of sunscreen, bring your snorkel, get your scuba gear, and if you've been considering purchasing an underwater camera, now's the time to do it. You'll want it on this trip. Plan to spend at least 3 or 4 days out here in this magical wild kingdom. Airlie Beach is about halfway between Gladstone and Cairns. We've done videos on both of those locations. all have access to the Great Barrier Reef, but are completely different cities and offer something really different for every kind of traveler's tastes.